Okay. All right. Someone to lead us in the opening prayer. May I get somebody to lead us in the opening prayer? Let me choose Abigail Agoy to lead us in the opening prayer. Oh, Millie. Okay, let's hear from Abigail to lead us in the opening prayer. Yes, Abigail? Abigail? May you please talk to me? You already unmuted? Okay. Let's hear from Millie. Millie had been set, I think. May you please unmute and lead us.
Oh Lord, we thank you for this day. We thank you for everything. We thank you for our we thank you for our parents. Oh Lord, we thank you for this lesson. Oh Lord, we thank you for everything. Lord, please guide us in this lesson. Just give us knowledge and understanding in this class. In Jesus' name I pray. Amen.
Amen. Thank you so much, Millie, for leading us in the opening prayer. We are so grateful to have it. That is 100% assurance that God is going to be with us, will take control of every situation. We are here to learn, and if you have just joined, this is Primal 3. Primal 3, we are going to learn literacy 2. Okay, that is what we are going to learn. And if there is any parent who has a concern, any question, you have challenges joining Google Classroom, I request you drop your question in the chat room. We shall get back to you. I'm so glad to be working with my admin, Mr. Wamono Mike, is there to see that everything goes on well. So just drop your question in the chat. We shall get back to you as the lesson goes on. Our learners, thank you for tuning on. And I'm ready to move forward with you. So I will not speak to some of you because what I have so far prepared is quite much, and I need to start off there and then. So I will talk to you at the end of the session. Abigail, I know what you want to show us. So please, it is me to share screen, not you. I'm going to talk to you after this lesson. I have already got your number, your WhatsApp number. So I'm going to talk to you after. I'm going to talk to you after. Oh, is there a problem? Do you hear me? Do you hear me?
We can hear you loud and clear.
All right, something had happened. It's good that now it has gone off and I'm able to know that you are hearing me. Okay, all right. Let me share screen and we move on. Parents, keep checking in the chat. In the chat, we have the link which you can use to join Google Classroom. So use that link to join our Google Classroom. Use that link. Oh, sorry about this. Okay, this is what I want. All right. Oh, something wrong. Okay, just a minute. We are going to start off. Just a minute. Sorry about that. We are going to start off immediately. after a few settings that I'm working upon. Okay. All right. What I want is being worked upon. Okay, so allow me share screen and we start writing, friends. Okay, the work is here. All right, there we are. Yeah, I want to welcome each and everyone in Primary 3, our e-learning program brought to you by the 3 organizations you are seeing down there. They're the ones that are supporting us to have this lesson live on Zoom and streaming live on YouTube. My name is Teacher Joel MALUMA. If you are new and this is your first time to attend this lesson, I'm going to teach Literacy 2 in Primary 3. But before we start off with the new lesson, last time we had work given. So we need to start with the corrections for activity of lesson 1. The lesson we had on Tuesday last week. Here are the corrections. Number 1 said, what is environment? And if you failed, write the correct answer by saying, environment are the things surrounding man. Number 2 says, mention 4 things surrounding man. There we have soil, we have plants, buildings, water bodies. Talk about other things which I have not mentioned. We have the houses, we have the cars, we have mountains, and many other things. So there is quite a number of things surrounding man, and we group them under living things and non-living things. So you may have your list there, but for now, for the purposes of making correction, the question wanted for, write these ones down. I hope you are writing. Let's get to number 3. Number 3 says, name any 3 components of soil. Remember, we started looking at soil, and soil has 5 components. I had to bring them back such that you can remember them always. We have air. Soil contains air. And okay, where we have oxygen, it was meant to be water. There is something missing here, that is water. Air is the same as oxygen. We have humus, we have rock particles, then we have the animal particles. Then add on water, which is not in the list. Good enough, we covered these things last week. This is just correction. So if you wrote water is correct, don't say that, it seems it is wrong because it is not under the components I listed here. Finally, let's look at number 4, which says, write 2 methods of soil formation. We have weathering method and decomposition method. So these are the 2 methods of soil formation. We looked at all these in the lesson we had the last time. So I give you just 1 or 2 minutes to finish making this correction. Then we shall move on to the next page. I give you 1 or 2 minutes to finish quickly making correction. Then we shall move on to the next page. As learners keep writing, I need to remind parents who are new on this program, if this is your first time to join our lessons, here we are having the live session. It is also streaming live on YouTube. but we don't mark from here. So we have Google Classroom is also another platform that we use. And this work is going to be uploaded immediately after the lesson. So I request you to join Google Classroom. In the chat, we are sharing with you that link that you can use to join P3 Google Classroom. The moment you join, get to classwork, you will have access to all the subjects and even the lessons that we learned in the previous week. That is a reminder to our parents who are joining us for the first time. And the learners, I need to remind you about attempting work in the Google Classroom. We are close to 200 learners so far in Google Classroom, but those who turn in the work for marking are very few. So I would love to see all of you turning in your work for marking. Don't worry about me. How will I be able to mark? Because you are 200, that is why I'm a teacher. I'm so prepared to do that. So everyone attempt the questions in Google Classroom. The link is in the chat room. Let's move on. Today's theme is environment still, and the sub-theme is soil and its components. So we need to learn more about soil with its components. That is what we shall be looking on. And let's first set our lesson competencies. By the end of the lesson, you should be able to, number one, mention any two types of soil. Mention any two types of soil. Next, give any two uses of clay soil. 3, state any two uses of sandy soil. 4, identify the best soil for growing crops or for crop growing. All right. So these are the competencies.
Mr. Joel?
Yes, please. Yes, Mr. Mike.
You are breaking.
Oh, okay. How is it now? Is it okay? Is my network stable? I hope so. All right, let's move on. Let's write date. Today is Tuesday, 14th September 2021. I need you to write this.
Not yet.
Not yet clear?
You are clear.
All right, that is so good. All right, learners, I request you to open your book, write the subject, that is Literacy 2. Today is Tuesday, 14th of September 2021. Write your name, just like my name is Teacher Joel MALUMA. Write your name also. Then after that, you write the heading. We shall start by looking at types of soil. Here, I'm going to hear from you. One boy, two girls. You are going to give us the types of soil. You give us one type which you know. When you see on your screen a message asking you to unmute, just tap on it, unmute, and give us one type of soil. You first tell us your name, then you tell us the type of soil. Yes. Are we there? There are 3 types of soil. Namely, before I name them, I would like to hear from you, telling us the types of soil that you know. Give us one only. Raise up your hand, and if you're asked to unmute, kindly tap on the message, tap on unmute and you tell us your name, then the type of soil. I'm waiting to hear from you. Yeah. Others, keep writing if you haven't finished, as I hear from those ones who are done. Somebody there is no one to give us one type of soil. I want to hear from one boy and two girls. If you are done, just put up your hand. We are going to ask you to unmute. Mr. Mike is in the control there, helping us to have this lesson successfully. And he's seeing whoever is raising up the hand. Oh, is there a girl to tell us or any boy? I can't hear from you. Let me go ahead. So among the types of soil we have, number one, we can talk about clay soil. Number two, we can talk about, okay, let's first talk about clay soil. Clay soil is smooth, slippery, and powder. Its soil particles are so much joined together, leaving little air space for oxygen and living organisms. It is found in swamps. Is that clear, class? So I request you first take note of this. We have started looking at types of soil. Then number one is clay soil. We are saying clay soil is smooth, slippery, and powdery. Its soil particles are so much joined together, leaving little air space for oxygen and living organisms. So by this now, I want to tell you, as you can see, it is found in swamps. Yes, this type of soil, it is not having bigger particles like you can see sand, the one that is used for construction. For it is very smooth and ever wet. The soil particles are very tiny, are very small, and they are compacted together. They leave little space in there. And in most cases, this soil doesn't contain oxygen. Even it is very hard to find living organisms in it because it is compacted together and there is no oxygen. So living organisms find it hard to stay in this type of soil. It is even water-lodged, okay? It doesn't, let's hear from here. It makes the area water-lodged because it does not allow water to pass through it easily. It is not good even for crop growing. Though there is a particular type, we have some types of crops that can do well in clay soil, okay, in the swamps, but not all. It is only those ones that need much water that can manage to grow in this type of soil. It makes the area water-lodged. This, I mean, it retains water for so long. Water doesn't easily sink in the soil. You may think it is a lake. You know very well swamps, unless you are within town here. When you are in the city, that's when you may not get to know what I'm trying to mean by water-lodged. So I request you first write down this. As we talk about clay soil, you write these statements, the two paragraphs, then we move on. I need us to look at the second type of soil. So I give you this time to write down these notes. They are important to us when trying to revise. So there we are, our friends. My dear learners, this is one of the types of soil that we have so far come to know. In case you are asked to talk about clay soil, these two paragraphs they explain what clay soil is. The common question is, where can someone find clay soil? The answer is, it is found in swamps. Since it keeps water for so long and is smooth and slippery, it is used to do different things, which we are going to see ahead. We shall talk about the uses of these types of soil. We shall look at each type. So when it comes to clay soil, we shall look at its use. I give you 2 minutes to finish writing these paragraphs, then we move on. Let's write quickly. We have quite much to handle. So I've given you this time to write. We are talking about clay soil. Okay, I get your message. I get your message. Thank you. All right, friends, we shall get back here. I hope some had already finished writing. I need to do some little settings here. We shall get back here. Okay, we shall get back here. So just a minute. Just a minute. There is something I need to do. Mr. Mike, I request. Okay, I've seen you. I've seen you. I think now it's done. Okay.
Yeah,
right.
Thank you. Thank you.
Well, welcome. Okay, friends, now I get back. I get back to the work. So we were here. Let's now go ahead. Let's go ahead. I think you are done with this. Let's look at another type of soil. Here we have sandy soil. Sandy soil. So when we talk about sandy soil, what should we talk about it? What do we need to know? Sand soil is rough with large particles. It is loose, light, and easy to dig. It has much air and allows water to pass through it easily. So with sandy soil, it is not smooth and slippery like clay soil. No, for it is rough with large particles. You can even count some of them. Take an example of lake sand. It has small stones you can even count. Okay? You can pick in your hand and see, oh, now I've picked 5 small stones. So it is rough with large particles. It is loose, light, and easy to dig. When digging, very easy. It has much air because the particles are large, and it allows water to pass through it easily. Why? Because the particles are large enough. It is like pouring water in stones. It doesn't stay there, but when you pour water on soil, it can tend to stay for a while before it sinks, but in stones, cannot happen. So let's move ahead. It is not good for crop growing because it does not have humus and it does not keep water. So with the sandy soil, fine. There are some crops which may be good.
Mr. Joel,
Yes, please.
we can't see the screen.
Oh, you can't see the screen?
Yes, with my learners, so you can share it.
Okay. Sorry about that. Sorry about that. Okay. Let me get back to that. Okay. Okay. All right. Let me first stop screen share because it was showing me that it is already shared. Okay. Still you can't see.
We can't see still.
Okay. All right. Okay, just a minute. I'm trying to see how I can work upon it. Oh, yeah, really, I'm seeing when I say screen share,
Yes.
it shows that it is shared, but still I can't first see it here the way it was at first.
So
I'm trying to
a moment, you try to share now. There's some small setting I've done. Try to share and we see.
Okay.
It's fine now.
Now it's fine. Before it couldn't take me to this. So this is where we were. Okay. All right. So this is what I want us to look at, sandy soil. Now, when talking about sandy soil, I had said that sandy soil is rough with large particles. It is loose, light, and easy to dig. It has much air and allows water to pass through it easily. We are going to take note of this. It is not good for crop growing because it does not have humus and does not keep water. So with the sandy soil, it is like white, it is like gray in color. And of course, where there is humus, the soil turns to dark black color, something like dark black, okay, or dark brown. That is the soil which is good for crop growing. So now with the sandy soil, which is gray, has nothing like humus in it, it is not good for crop growing. Though there are some crops which can do well in it, okay, but not all. So I want you to take like 2 or 3 minutes, you write this quickly, then we look at the third type of soil. After that, we need to look at their uses and have our activity. I will still hear from you. You will share some of the work. I mean, some of your experience. I'm going to ask you to interpret some pictures, activities that people do on land. You will have to describe, you tell us. So I give you 2 minutes now to write this work down as we move on. I had already explained by the time you couldn't see the screen. So let's have this work written down. I'm going to speak to you. Just keep waiting. Just keep waiting as you write. Then it will be better. I speak to you when you have finished writing. The moment you see on your screen a message asking you to unmute, please, you can unmute and speak to me. Yeah, we have 1 more minute, and I want to remind parents, if you haven't joined the Google Classroom, kindly get to the chat. Down after participants, where you see participants, you will see chat. And it has some figures because messages are coming in. If you have like 3 unread messages, tap on it, open your chat room. The link which is there is the one that takes you to joining Google Classroom. And you will see the word Google Classroom. Then we have links for WhatsApp group where we do general communication and help some of you when you are facing some challenges. It is good for you to tap on it also and join that WhatsApp group for P3. If you belong to the old WhatsApp group, you don't need to join the new WhatsApp group. This was created after the old group becoming full and the new parents had no way of joining WhatsApp. So we had to create a new one, which is for new members. Then lastly, we can share with you the link that can take you to the website of the Christian School Owners Association. And on this website, it is where you are going to find all the details about this program. Even if you want to join other classes, let's say you have children in P6, P5, Senior 1, Senior 5, you will find all those links there and you will have to join. So those are the 3 that we can share with you. In case you have a question beyond this, drop it in the chat room. Drop it in the chat room as we proceed. I believe learners are done with this, so let's move on. We need to look at the 3rd type of soil, and that is loam soil. Now, what is loam soil? Here I want to use very few words. Loam soil is a mixture of sand, that is now sand soil, clay soil, and humus. Loam soil is a mixture of sand soil, clay soil, and humus. It is the best soil for crop growing. Remember when I talked about clay soil, I said it is not good for crop growing. Reason being, the particles are very small and they are compacted together, leaving little space for air. So there is no oxygen and no living organisms in clay soil. When we came to sandy soil, we said the particles are large, okay? But the problem is that it doesn't keep water for so long and there is no humus. So with that, what happens? Crops cannot do well. Now, with loam soil, it is a mixture of the 2. And in addition, there is humus. So it is the best soil for crop growing because humus is a mixture of decayed matter. The things that we use, let's say the peelings of banana, the everything we use that can rot, okay, gives us manure in the form of humus. So this one now makes crop growing well. So that is all about loam soil. Now, right? And then I need us to have this question. Why is loam soil the best soil for crop growing? As you write, think about this question. I would ask you to give us the answers, but to save time, I'm going to leave the other part of uses money's activity on soil. That is where I'm going to engage you. But for now, let's have these answers down. So why is loam soil good for crop growing. There is something missing in the question. The word best is missing. Say, why is loam soil the best soil for crop growing? Something is missing there, but now power is off here. I have no way of editing this. For you, just make correction. Number one, it keeps water for a moderate time. It keeps water for a moderate time. 2, it contains humus. 3, it has enough air. Change that one. That air, no, it has enough air. Mistakes are human. I do apologize about this. I request you to correct as we move on. Yeah. It has enough air. And finally, we can say it has small living organisms. It has small living organisms. Power is off, take everything there. Take home. So there we are, friends. I'm giving you a minute to write as we move on. I'm giving you like 2 minutes to 3. You write. Then I need to engage you. I need to hear from some of you. Yeah. I need to hear from some of you. We still have more 25 minutes to go. We shall have the activity written down. Okay. Let's go ahead. I'm going to speak to some of you after this. And this work is going to be shared with you on Google Classroom. This work is going to be shared on Google Classroom. In case you fail to finish somewhere, don't just cry and say, teacher opened to another page before I could finish the work. No, the whole of it is going to be uploaded on Google Classroom. So there we are. I think the points you have are enough. We can now move to the next page where I need to hear from you. So now here, identify Mani's activity using soil in the picture below, in the pictures below. I'm going to hear from one of you telling us the activity you are seeing here. Which activity is this? This activity is made on soil. What do we use soil for? Or what can we do on soil? Someone, you are going to see a message on your screen asking you to unmute. Please, you unmute and tell us what is happening in this picture. A boy and a girl. Yes? Someone? You tell me your name, then you tell us what is happening in the picture. Someone there? Oh, okay. As I keep waiting, let me bring another picture as I explained the first one. So in the first picture, we are seeing what these men are doing. This is construction. So we can use soil in construction works. For example, building a house, or you can even build a house on soil. You see how soil is useful to man. Now, somebody to tell us in the second picture, which activity is this? What is this man using soil for? What is this man using soil for? Somebody out there to tell us. You unmute once you see the message on your screen. You first tell us your name. Mr. Mike, you can get me one child to tell us the activity in the picture. These are some of the things that we use soil for. Remember, in our targets, I said, we are going to talk about the uses of clay soil, the uses of sandy soil, and the uses of loam soil. So before we write the uses, we are identifying what these people are doing in the pictures. Meanwhile, as I keep waiting to hear one learner there, I bring another picture. Yeah, I'm so sorry I can't do it myself because of the gadget I'm using. Power has gone off, so some of the controls I'm unable to access them, like unmuting you, and we hear from you. So in the second picture, the one in the middle, this is brick making. We can use any type of soil to make bricks. This person has used the loam soil to make bricks, but even clay soil does well. Even sandy soil does well. Okay, so that is another use of soil, making bricks. You can even sell them and get money, or you use them to build a house, just like in the first picture. In the third picture, here we have our garden, a garden of maize plantation. Okay, we have maize plants here. So you can use soil to grow crops. And which type of soil is good for crop growing? That is loam soil. You see? So we have construction. These are the uses. Brick making. Another use of soil, crop growing. I bring more two or more three. Look at this picture now, down. This is pottery or artwork, but to be specific, pottery. With the pottery, we use clay soil. Clay soil, since it is smooth and has small particles, we can make things like you can see a pot. This person in the picture is making a pot. Okay, this is so good. Not only a pot, we have very many items which are made out of clay and pottery. But because I can't access you and give you the opportunity to unmute and we share, allow me to just mention about them. So we can make cups, we can make plates, even tiles. The tiles in the houses we have, or in some buildings we enter, we go to, they are made out of soil. They are made out of clay. We have those tiles which can be used to roof a house. I hear there is a razor clay, razor tiles, and very many other factories that they are making these things out of clay. Leaving this aside, next we have another use of soil, that is road construction. Leave our own construction of houses, but now we talk about roads. We need MALUMA. MALUMA is also another category of soil under the loam soil or sandy soil. We have MALUMA. It is not a type, but just a kind, is a category of soil, but we can't take it to be a type of soil. Then Leaving aside MALUMA, which is used in construction, lastly, I want to talk about artwork. In the last picture, this is modeling, and under modeling, we do artwork, just like you can see. An artist is trying to make a head of a person, and this one seems to be a woman. It looks so good when you find such sculptures put somewhere. Here in Kampala, the road which has more artwork is this road of from Ring Road going down to the other, is it Masengere, that building, okay, the headquarters of Buganda Kingdom. You will see a lot of things by the roadside, the artwork there representing the different tribes in Buganda. Then when you are on Chira Road, that is from Mulago heading to Bukoto, Ntinda, that road also there, from Mulago up to Kamocha, you will find more artwork there. So all these things are done from soil. Now with that, allow me to take you to the last slide, which I want you to write. These ones don't write. I had wanted to hear from you, which was not possible. Now we are going to write the uses of soil. In the pictures, we have seen most of them. One, clay soil is used to make bricks. So this one, you are going to write it. Two, clay soil is also used in pottery and modeling. Three, clay soil is used for artwork and decoration, just as you have seen in the pictures. Let's add on about sandy soil, which is used in building houses when mixed with the cement. Loam soil is good for crop growing. Soil is a habitat of some animals like earthworm. Now with this one, every type of soil. This word habitat, I mean that hiding place or shelter, okay, where something can live. So different living organisms live in the soil. I remember when I go to the garden, more so in the banana plantation, what makes me find it difficult is the black ants, because as you are digging, they come out of the soil and bite you. So I have to put on gumboots now. So soil is a habitat of some animals like earthworm, but not only worms. This is just an example. Even a snake can come out of the soil. So as you are digging, you need to be very careful. Not only a snake, even rats. Hey, rats can dig a hole in the soil and enter there, even inside the house. Those houses which are not yet cemented. Let's add on these other points. Sand is used in making glasses. Take note of this. It is nowadays a common question. Which material is used to make glass? That is sandy soil. Yeah. Take note of number 7. It is a common question. Let's end with number 8. Soil is used in construction of roads, just as we saw in the picture. I give you some 3 minutes. P3, your speed in writing is quite good. So only 2 minutes, have these uses of soil written down, then we get to the activity. As we get to the activity, I will be talking to some parents if possible. My admin is there, is going to give the opportunity to parents to talk to us as our learners keep writing the activity. So I request each and every one whose hand is still up, you lower it down, then we see. Okay, message received. Okay, I'm going to see what to do. Yeah, we have some minor technical issues, but we thank God that with the skills acquired from Edify, we are able to keep coordinated and the learning goes on. We are so sorry to see that we can't get you participate in this lesson the way we've been having some of our lessons. Reason being, some things are inevitable. My power is off here, so I've lost some controls. Then we have network issues. So sometimes things don't move 100% perfect, but we are glad that we are still connected and things are moving on well. Thank you for being patient with us. We need to get to know how to live with this new normal. We call it new normal because we are trying to cope up with a new situation of doing things. Where we used to be in class, we are now at home, learning and working from home. So friends, allow me to do a little bit of setting. Or what can I do? Let me get you to the activity. Then I shall do a little bit of setting. And after that, I will hear from the parents. So I give you a few minutes, take note of some questions here. Then I see how we can hear from you out there. Learners, be writing. Oh, sorry about that. We can move on. You write the activity. Then we shall hear from parents. We still have more 11 minutes to go. No, is it 11? 9. Yeah, we have 9 minutes according to my watch here, or 8. So I give you 3 to finish writing the questions. I leave you answering and do some little settings to enable me hear from at least 2 or 3 parents with the concerns. I need to check even your chat, your messages, and we see how we can help you about this. Meanwhile, my number is down there. You can reach on to me on that number via WhatsApp. Where you are seeing end of lesson, there is a telephone number. It's mine. It's on WhatsApp. If you are missing the link to take you to Google Classroom, I shall send it to you. Or that link to join WhatsApp group for Primary 3, I will send it to you. Then in the WhatsApp group, you will be getting the communications from us. Which subject next, the timetable, the Zoom links, any communication we feel like passing to you, you will receive it. So there we are. You may take note of that number. Parents who haven't joined the Google Classroom, the link is in the chat. It was sent by Mr. Wamono, my admin. So I request you, you may get down there on your gadget where you are seeing participants, then chat. Just click on chat, it will open. Scroll through the messages which are there. You will see the link to help you join Google Classroom. Use that link to join. Otherwise, I believe all things are fine now. If you are still writing, I'm about to stop screen share, and I hear from some of you. Then we shall have the closing prayer and call it a day. We thank God who has been with us right from the time we started our lesson till now as we come to the end. I want to wish you a good day, and I'll be waiting to receive your work for marking. Immediately, I'm going to upload this work in the Google Classroom together with the activity. Open activity, attempt all the questions. These are the same questions there. So if you have already answered, if you have got all the questions, then just get to your work, click on turn in, scan your work, remember to crop it or use a camera, you save and turn in for marking. Otherwise, thank you for being good learners. My numbers are there for any inquiries. Once again, my name is Teacher Joel Malma. So I would love now to stop screen share. I listen to some parents out there who are having any concern. Thank you. All right. I start with this. Okay, let me look for my admin here. Okay. Right. That one is done.
Yep, thank you, Mr. Joel. Still?
Welcome, please. Yeah, parents, we would like to hear from you. We would like to hear from you. We are running out of time. We would like to hear from parents. Time is almost over. So please, you may talk to us in case you have a question. Let me check these hands which are up. I need to see. Samali Nanyonga Chitata, baby girl. Partner, you have very many names. Yes, baby girl, may I hear from you? Samali Nanyonga. Oh, I think you're unable to unmute. Another person. Yes, let me hear from. I want parents, please. If you are pupil, put down your hand. I want parents. Kateme. Let me hear from Kateme. Yes, may you please unmute as the Blessed gets ready. Aaron Blessed, be getting ready if you're a parent. If I have asked you to unmute, please. Mumbere, you are sharing your screen. Mumbere. I can't hear from you.
Yeah, I think we are back in the normal. I've stopped him.
Yeah, thank you so much. And it seems they can't unmute. I can't hear any person here. Wherever I'm trying, let me try Nalagala Purity. May you please unmute? I need to hear from you.
Martha, unmute and talk to.
Oh. Anyway, I think we just
visualizations if you wish, but what we're seeing here is the default behavior.
You are not muted.
We didn't have to do anything.
You are not on mute. But you are it on mute.
Also, you can try unmute Chitata.
I'm going to click Q&A and it will drop a new visualization into the page. And I'll size it so that it doesn't have a scroll bar anymore. This is ask a question about your day. Try one of these to get started. What is the average age by region? What is the new hire count by region? I'm actually interested in that. So if I click here, result is visualization. So now that my users can create visualizations on the fly, but they can also simply type information in the Q&A box. So perhaps the user might want to know employees.
already one. We need to lesson.
I finished.
So as I start typing employees, it offers up employees by employment type, part-time and full-time employees. I can choose.
Mr. Joel, your voice is too low. We can't hear you.
Santa is just connecting.
I'm saying time is over. We can end our session with a closing prayer.
Okay, you can pick one of the learners. If you're able to see any of the learners, raising up the hand, and then we get in the closing prayer.
All right, I'm very able. Let me try Katemi. This is my first time to see Katemi. May you please unmute and pray for us? If you have a question, you are free to ask.
I thank God for the day we have had with our learning. I thank God for the day.
Oh,
We are losing
Katemi.
Katene.
Yeah, he's again muted. I don't know how it has happened.
Let me
Okay.
unmute him. I've unmuted him to complete his
All right.
prayer.
Okay. Kateme, go ahead with the prayer.
Our Father, what's in heaven, hallowed be your name. Your kingdom come, your will be done on earth as it is in heaven. Be that our name. Give us our days and forgive us our trespasses as we forgive those who trespass against us. And lead us not into temptations, but deliver us from evil. Amen.
Amen. Thank you so much for leading us in the closing prayer. It has been so good to hear from some of you who have been lucky. Now I get to you all and ask you to unmute yourselves and say bye-bye to me. And my admin, Mr. Mike.
Bye, teacher. Bye, teacher. Bye, teacher. Bye, teacher.